They also claim that critics were
Stop
against
it.
the film because it didn't fit with their leftist agenda, ignoring the fact that even conservative
good thing
newspapers
Perp's not here.
gave the
This is the
film
stuff that gets
very
angry.
bad reviews.
Yeah.
Look at this scathing review from the UK's ultra-conservative
Oh
Telegraph.
God, the Telegraph.
Conservatives also heralded
Even
this
I
is
know about
another
that.
win for Chris Pratt. Fascinatingly, Pratt is also not only one of the stars.
He's also is brought up consistently in the culture war.
Mm-hmm.
Jurassic World Dominion, as we just discussed, but the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yes. What if he gets another billion there? Wow.
Yeah.
Him and Zoe Saldana. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys. Yeah.
They maybe should have made him Indiana Jones.
It would have been better for them. I'm telling you,
I'm
this
serious.
guy, women love him. You know,
Yes.
he's very likable.
What women?
I've met a lot of women who love him. I mean,
Yes.
just
Are they
talking-
lonely and desperate? No,
Oh,
just
stop
kidding.
it.
Oh, listen.
I mean, just because he doesn't meet your level of attractiveness scale.
No, he
Christopher.
doesn't.
The ladies do like him. They do find him charming. You know.
No,
what I mean?
I actually think. I'm sorry. I love Harrison Ford, but based on his track record, and yeah, he's a family guy. He's even though people say he's not really religious, he still said I'll pray for you and stuff, and that's what got him in. That's what people got mad at him.
No,
Because
that's
I'll
not
pray
why they
for
were
him.
mad at him.
Why were they mad at him?
Because people found out that the church he belonged to at the time was highly against LGBTQ.
Yeah, well, that's
right.
Isn't there a lot of
And then he
religions like that?
and then he changed churches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay.
church was infamous.
That's literally
It's not against him.
Yeah.
A church that's anti-LGBTQ. That's like 89% of churches in America.
I know,
Oh.
but
There's a
we're
way to
talking
be-
rationally, Senior Nerd. The people that wanted to cancel him or not, you know. Go ahead, Bruce.
Just
Bruce.
because
No.
the church is anti-LGBT doesn't mean he is. He's
Yes,
just one of those-
exactly. But people don't think like that, unfortunately. But let's go down the line here. This is interesting. Also, I'm going to clip this out. Listen, I'm still looking forward to Indiana Jones. Brian was on the stream. I was shocked, Brian, after Star Wars Celebration when they showed it. He's like, "Oh, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, that was cringe, the capitalism joke." And you know what? I've consistently, even though I don't care about that, I know a lot of my friends, and this is why I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start talking to more people again. They check out when they hear shit like that. That capitalism joke.
What capitalism joke?
Phoebe Waller-Bridge's capitalism joke in Indiana Jones. Basically, it's her and Indy at a table with a bunch of villains, and she says, "Oh, you stole from us, and we stole it off of you. That's how capitalism works." That was like,
Why put that in the trailer though? They knew because they did it to trigger people.
that's
though.
all it takes for people to tune out.
They knew damn well though that it would trigger some people.
And you're coming from her, who's very aggressive in her. I don't have nothing against her personally, but she's very aggressive in her politics, and she does. Oh yes. Are you being sarcastic or you don't know?
No, I wasn't aware.
Oh no, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and she gets involved with a lot in the writing process of a lot of. Yes, she's also a writer. She also helps beef up.
Why? Just because she did that British version of Sex in the City? I mean, like
Wait,
no.
Wait, so people can't make fun of capitalists. Fascism.
Well, no, but you're right. They
political?
can, Christopher. But you know, it's going to trigger some people.
No, it's not even trigger. It's not even to the point. It's trigger. It's like Peanuts adult voice. Like, oh, here we go. Capitalism's bad. Da, 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 da. Coming from Disney.
But how many
who wants to
movies
capitalize
actually
on everything?
make fun of
Well,
them?
that's true. I mean, it's Disney. Yeah.
But people put two and two together. This is coming. This is coming from Disney trying to teach us a lesson in capitalism.
Well, just one.
I
just
heard
one
this
joke,
movie
and it's
was-
like I'm not saying it's as stupid as the Batman's a fascist in the Blue Beetle.
So,
trailer.
but you understand this is why people roll their eyes. Like this big
I roll their
company
eyes the worst.
that nickels and dimes its customers is going to teach you to not like capitalism.
Okay, that's true. Okay,
So you get the whole context here. This is why this is like I love Brian. He's like, this is stupid. He's like he tuned out. I don't even know if he wants to see it anymore.
But not for nothing. Regardless of what was said or what was made fun of, people will find something they hate in every single project put out.
But I'm trying to understand the difference of opinions more. I could totally understand where they get sick of people getting on like the Academy Awards, trying to look down on the common people that pay their bills
Mhm.
and then are flying in jets to award shows to be awarded and tell you how to live your life.
Mhm.
Or the capitalism's bad when they hold out for a huge
Billion-dollar
payday,
companies,
like
and, you know.
Daniel Craig. I'd rather hurt myself than be James Bond again. But how much did he took the paycheck? And if I only came back, it'd be for money. And then he gets a little preachy too, right? You know?
Yeah, I mean, it reminds you the like Ricky Gervais joke in the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
How about all these big time movie stars are doing Apple TV Plus?
Have them
movies.
go sit and coach or something, you know?
Yeah, they're working for Apple, and Apple's they known for having child slavery, making their phones, and like, yeah, it's like you will go. And he's like, you will go to Al Qaeda for a streaming service.
That's why this. Now we're getting down to the
Apple stopped having chips made over there. They make their own chips now.
I don't know.
At the time of the joke,
they were known for child slavery of making
labor.
Oh, it's not Apple themselves. They can't help who they outsource until they find out it's happening.
Yeah.
Or they found out.
I don't want to get into this kind of discussion, but they know damn well why they're producing those chips where they're producing them and why they're so darn cheap to produce those chips. They know damn well why they're doing it and why.
Well, they're not the only one. Just look at
they all do it.
Look at what you're wearing now.
No, I know, but that's why some people roll their eyes when Hollywood gets preachy or these big companies
and that's the point,
to be better. To be better, you know.
Like, who are you to talk? You're getting a paycheck from these people, or that.
Oh, remember that Joaquin Phoenix when he won the Oscar for Joker? Talk about like vegetarian.
I had no idea what the hell he was saying when he won that award. It was very confusing.
Yeah, I was like, I like to eat meat. Shut up, Joaquin. Congratulations on your award.
Yeah, you lost a lot of weight for the Joker from Todd Phillips. So go ahead, stop. Don't eat meat. That's fine. Go eat your broccoli.
Yeah. Well, he's honestly one that I really believe he doesn't do it for a paycheck. He kind of just does it to challenge himself. In my opinion, he's one of the few.
Okay, but go about Chris Pratt and Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Well, no, the Chris Pratt. I think they would have a better shot at making the money they want to make if they would have passed on the mantle of Indiana Jones to someone else.
I heard the rumor that this movie is like Force Awakens.
What?
Like a mystery box thing to lead to a bunch of different other stuff?
Ray?
No, just
like the Flea Bottom Girl takes over.
Yeah,
that's one of the rumors is that Indy dies and Flea Bottom Girl picks up the hat and the whip and starts returning all the artifacts that he collected back to all the indigenous people that he got them from. That's one of the rumors about the
something to do with time travel and stuff like that. Like it will read.
There is time travel, yeah.
You know, but not for nothing. Regardless if they had someone take over the mantle, Indiana Jones,
he looked great. Yeah, but
people don't like change in their established action heroes.
I kind of feel like the franchise though has been dead long enough, Bruce, for the people wouldn't care so much. I mean, who the hell under 25 knows who Harrison Ford is for the most part, right? I mean,
true.
They did the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. I mean, they were already experimenting with that.
That was 30 years ago?
And they experimented it with River Phoenix.
Good show.
In the third one.
That was a great scene. That River Phoenix.
And then all of a sudden they won't pass on the mantle, and now it's suffering. And I want this new one to be a success because I like.
You know what I want? I want a remake of Xena.
Xena, yeah.
Well, the other thing is it possibly shits on the past as well, apparently.
Well, it messes with time, yeah. The Dial of Destiny 2 is gonna, yeah.
We'll see if she becomes a new Indiana Jones, and she.
I don't think that's happening, but if it does, forget about it.
Well, I don't think she can get the name Indiana Jones.
I mean, you could.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Indiana was the dog's name.
Well, but she's gonna take the hat and the whip. She's gonna have the hat and the whip at the end of the film.
Well, all right. So to answer my question to Voltaire, you go first. I say Chris Pratt would have got a better box office than Harrison Ford. I'm sorry. I love 100%. Harrison Ford. You think 100% Bruce
Yeah.
for?
Sure, brought
Yes.
Shia LaBeouf back.
I like Shia LaBeouf, but not now. No, Shia
No,
LaBeouf can't
no,
get
no.
box office now. CJH, what do you think? Harrison Ford or Chris Pratt? Based on he has a huge track record with billion-dollar properties right now.
Like I said, I'd rather Shia LaBeouf.
Oh my God, that wasn't the question.
No,
Why don't they?
You're ruining the clip out, CJ. Just pick one, please.
Harrison Ford.
Okay. Thank you, Shia LaBeouf.
Jesus Christ.
Senior nerd. Who do you think would make it's just opinion.
Okay, wait, you talk about rather do Dallas Destiny just do a reboot of Indiana Jones?
No, I'm just saying who has a better chance of making a profitable Indiana Jones movie. And I do have concerns. I actually agree with Ryan Kinnell. This movie costs way too much. I think it's like $300 million before marketing. Is what he said. I don't know if his numbers are accurate. He might be bloating that.
I agree.
I don't. I will do research on that. I will
Lots
do
of
research.
CGI in the trailers. Lots
Yeah.
of CGI in the trailers.
Actually, that's something I could. Let me research it right now.
Okay, but okay, if we're asking, yeah, Chris Pratt. Yeah, Chris Pratt will. Indiana Jones led movie. I mean, there were people, but like people who will be upset with Pratt taking over Indiana Jones, or people who like literally five years older than me.
Look! Ryan Kinnell was telling the truth. This is before marketing. This is way too much for this movie.
300 million before marketing. Wow, that's a heavy.
What?
That's a heavy.
So he actually Ryan Kinnell did a good job. He said this needs to make 900. Like him and Jeremy were discussing. I didn't do a reaction to that video. I actually just watched it. And he's like that type of because the theater takes a cut. You don't make a dollar for every dollar spent. It's a percentage. So you probably need to get 900. This movie has too much weight on it to be successful.
I don't think it's going to make $1 billion.
I think at the very most they should have done 200 million on this. Just that. I mean, I'm an armchair, but they should never have spent 300 million before marketing.
Kavari got it right. The agent costs a lot of money. They did a lot to de-age Harrison Ford to look like how he did in Raiders.
Golly, that's a fat budget though.
Listen, I don't want it to fail, but I'm like, ooh, this doesn't look good. Because even though I like the trailer, did the trailer set you on fire? Like, I have to see this? No,
absolutely not.
Anyway,
so that trailer was a lot of horse riding in the city. I just don't. It doesn't look great. It didn't look that great to me.
Even though I'm not against Phoebe Waller-Bridge, she doesn't she's not extremely charismatic. I'm sorry. She seems like a nice lady.
But I trust James Mangold, who's directing it.
That's what it's got going for it.
Yeah,
director of Logan.
It's freaking the guy who directed Logan. I gotta trust the guy who directed Logan. He can't make a bad movie.
But and again, this is the nuance that you get on this channel. I'm not a hater of Phoebe. I know people really dislike her, especially in the culture war because of she was shit. I dumped my water.
Too many vodkas there.
She was L3 also in Solo. She did the voice. People don't like her for that too.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Yes.
I like
that. If you're going to have an aging star and you're going to have a strong female lead, I'm sorry. You may want to look for someone with more charisma than Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Well, if it's gonna be her as a lead and doing a bunch of okay boomer jokes to Harrison Ford, that's going to be trouble for them.
Yes, yeah, if she does that, I'll be really kind of sad.
I'm sorry. They should have got someone more charismatic than Phoebe